growth is a function of your mindset. If someone exchange 2,000 naira with you for something, that means they can exchange 2 million. That means they can exchange 2 billion. The thing standing between me and breakthrough is just for me to own these skills and begin to grow it so that they will pay more.
Hunger will unlock creativity.
I knew that I need to have a sense of responsibility. Okay. So that was what informed the way I think.
You lost your mom and you didn't feel like that should entitle you to be wayward.
I had some people that had somewhat predicted if this boy didn't turn out well, it would be because he lost his mom early. My first set of heavy millions was book that gave me that.
Money is tied to your ability to see opportunities in things that others will complain over.
Hello, welcome to the Game of Money podcast, powered by Rep 360. We don't just talk about money, we don't just teach about money, but we apply impactful conversations that will help you learn more how to play the game of money and how to win in that game. Now, I am not doing this alone. I always love to acknowledge the presence of this wonderful woman, an icon, an Amazon, ladies and gentlemen, the delectable, indefatigable
TMO. I'm Tokwe Mark Odigan. I'm happy to be at the Game of Money podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
I like the way you call your name.
No, I love my name.
Yeah, so sweet. Talking about sweetness, we have a guest that is going to add to the sweetness. He did not just win awards for doing one of the best comedy specials titled Open Secret. He secretes wisdom in his conversation. And right now, it is already an open secret that he's one of Nigeria's finest. He is one who loves transformation, inspiration, and healing in his comedy. He is one who is not just a comedian, but he loves to write to make things right. And that's why he's an author. And God remains the author and finisher of his faith. So he's one who does clean, ethical humor. The CEO, the founder of the Humorality Club, a place where comedians are groomed, where comedians are projected, and where great humor is uplifted. This is somebody who gives you the best of comedy for you to be elevated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure that we're going to be discussing how humor can be translated into more. With
Damilare.
The one and only Damilare Olusegun.
Welcome to
Damilare,
the show.
we love you. And we love to call you Asiri Comedy.
Welcome.
This will touch me. I will not look at Thank you.
It's so good to have you here.
It's so good. I don't have a name that can be abbreviated like TMO. So,
that's why it is a secret.
My name is long.
Well, your name is Damilare Olusegun, and you love to do DO. And we love the things you do.
You get doing it.
Okay, so it is safe to say that this episode is going to be a smooth blend of laughter,
yes, lots of laughter,
of inspiration, and more. So you're going to laugh, and not just laugh, but you're going to think. Okay? I would say, first of all, that when it comes to the comedy space in this part of Africa, you are one person who believes in intellectual comedy. In fact, you are an advocate of intellectual comedy. I see the kind of people that you roll with. These are people who share your value, and you have grown exponentially. Before this fame and the fortune, tell us the background story.
First of all, I want to appreciate TMO. Let's clap for her.
It's
not easy sitting on the same couch with TMO. The global TMO. So for me, how it started, so comedy for me, I didn't know it was a serious thing. Because all of us, we were funny in our family. My dad, my mom. So it wasn't really something special. It was until when I entered OAU, and I just saw that people like to gather around my bed because they want to hear me talk. They want to hear me gist. I was like, what's special there? And right even from those early days, whenever I say something, they will laugh. And they will not say, and Asiri Comedy to me. And this thing is funny, but it's a secret too.
Wow.
So they started calling me Baba Asiri, Baba Asiri.
Oh.
There was nothing.
So you didn't name yourself?
There was nothing extreme, nothing. That was how Asiri came into it. So it was later when I read the Bible, just to put perspective to it, when I saw Mark 4:11, that is given unto men to know the secret of the closet. Men would bear that secret, Asiri. So that was it. Then it just started for me as someone that I know how to observe very well.
Okay.
My observational skills is and I have retentive memory. So it just started from me observing things and then telling people back in a funny way. And I started growing from there. That was it.
Wow.
So, thank you. Sometimes we don't see the power in innate abilities until someone points it to us, and then we need to be able to then convert those seemingly natural things into opportunities. People don't understand the power of observing people being able to hear that they're applauding me for this thing means that it's something I can monetize. But our show is about money and how to make money from different opportunities and circumstances. And for you made money from what is natural to your household. What was your first major income from comedy, and how did you put a price to it? Did you put a price to it?
So my first major income from comedy was access. So there were some events on campus where normally you have to pay to enter. You understand? But as a young boy, that my pocket money is like 5,000 for like 2 months. So you can imagine. So, but because they want you to perform, of course they won't collect ticket money. Because of 3-minute performance, I enter, I will eat, I will drink juice, I will drink all those things. So that was my first. It was my first means of exchange. Because I categorized it as a payment. Okay, I don't have money to enter these shows, but by virtue of the fact that I could make them laugh,
they granted.
So by the time when I now saw that people were there was demand. So the first time I thought of placing money on my talent was when we had a class in OAU, CHM 101. I just lectured at OAU, and the lecturer was like, "Take a sheet of paper." I had foolscap sheet in my bag. So I just tore my foolscap sheet and I wrote my name and my matric number. The guy beside me asked for foolscap sheet. I gave him. Another guy I gave him. Everybody was just asking, "Give me foolscap sheet." I just said, "It's 10 naira." One guy just said, "Give me 5. Give me." So you can imagine I emptied 2. It's 80 leaves.
Yes.
So I emptied 2 within 4 minutes. So for a student that was making 5,000 naira from home, and I made like 3,000 plus in less than 3 minutes. So when I was going back to the hostel, I was like, business, what are the things that can give me money? So the last time they call me for faculty, something like this, that you should come and do, and I was like, see, if you people don't have 5,000, don't call me. They say, who will give you 5,000? Better collect your 2,000 and leave here.
What you were doing for free?
0.
And one thing I've learned from that time is that, see, if someone exchange 2,000 naira with you for something, that means they can exchange 2 million. That means they can exchange 2 billion. It just depends on how you begin to. That was it. That was how I got convinced that the thing standing between me and breakthrough is just for me to own these skills and begin to grow it so that they will pay more. That was it for me.
You sold paper.
So it opened my eyes that
wow.
I went to when they gave me that 2,000 naira, I can never forget. I went to a place called Lagere in Ife, and I bought all the existing edition of Night of 1,000 Laughs. I watched Agudai, I watched Godons. They were the popular faces on Night of 1,000 Laughs. Agudai, Godons, Basket Mouth.
Clean the drum too.
Clint was a popular.
So that was you reinvesting into the craft.
Yes.
If my allowance is 5,000, your allowance from your
5,000
parents was 5,000 for 2 months.
2 months, yes.
And one evening gave you 2,000.
Yes.
You did an investment.
Yes.
I went back home.
Went back and bought more
with a portion
materials
of
the
to expand and increase your ability to earn.
Yes.
Hmm.
So you were.
It's not. I like people. You know, like it's just. Why are you so wise? Like I don't understand. People they say, "Oh, people that first make money, they're supposed to use their money to first eat akara. You went to use money to be reinvesting in the business.
I can't afford to eat akara then. Because
what was it about your background that made you think the way you're thinking?
That's a very deep question. Because the conditions that surrounded my getting admission into AU was not that. In fact, the examination that brought me into AU was the day after my mom's burial.
Oh my God.
So people were saying I should not go. That I still have that. I'm young. I'm pretty young. I was like, I entered university at 16.
Wow.
So I was pretty young that you still have. I said, no, Mama done that. We all day as they cry.
Yes.
So waiting from, so I just go. So I already knew that I'm not the everyday guy because I knew that I need to have a sense of responsibility.
Okay.
So that was what informed the way I think. Scarcity also informed it because I didn't have that luxury. My dad was trying his best. Of course, he's a civil servant. He's sending what he could send, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
And I can't go back home. And now I saw, so that was, those things actually shaped the way I think. And the fact that I had some people that had somewhat predicted that, okay, if this boy didn't turn out well, it will be because he lost his mom early. The society will understand. I don't want society to understand. Don't add me to the data.
Yeah.
You understand all those things when people say 26.7% of children of orphans, they are crackheads.
Yeah.
I don't want to
not
be
generalize.
I don't want to be that.
No, so, you chose a different
so
path.
It was very heavy on me. I had, even at 16, I told myself that I won't be in statistics. Because
so would you say that these factors springing from your background informed the drive you added to your passion to make money or monetize your craft?
Yes, we can't dissociate them because the odds were stacked against me. And I was like, see, looking at my bag and looking at everything, but I know that it was, those people, they shouldn't have paid me that 2K.
Why?
It was the 2K that made me see the potential. You could pay, do you know what it means? Me, I used to break something. Do you know what it means? You could pay a fellow student like you that is hanging ID card like you.
Wow.
2K.
I just attended the class with you.
I just attended a class with you. Someone you see every day. Someone that they could have put for that and I would do it free.
You the value.
Did you hear what he said? If they put the pro
me, my end game was the usual rice and juice.
Wow.
It's rice and juice. What's the overhead of a student? Not be to chop.
Honestly, it reminds when I started makeup in school.
Yeah.
And it was because I wanted to eat some particular kind of, like, I've mentioned it a few times, there's spaghetti with sardine or spaghetti with geisha.
Wow.
Now, for me to have geisha and put ground pepper, which they give me from house, into the spaghetti, complete balanced diet in my mind.
Wow.
I needed to make the money. And how did I used to shape eyebrow for free. And by shaping eyebrow for people, I was doing it for free. I just say, go and find blade. Just find blade, I'll shape it for you. This your brow is too bushy. Let me help you arrange it well. Because I just wanted it to look good. And then the person did not have blade. So I said, instead of you looking for blade, I'll buy blade. So you buy a blade that you're buying 1 pack for 10 naira.
Okay.
But they sell one for 10 naira.
Whoa.
Yes, if you're buying the pack, one full pack that has 10 packs of 10 naira is 100 naira. They sell
100 naira.
100 naira for a pack of 10 mini packs that has 10 small blades inside. So it was like you're buying the price of 1 packet for one. But because the individuals you go and meet in the market, they will not sell you the pack for 10 naira because they bought it for 10 naira. So all I needed to do was invest in 100 naira to buy 10 packs and then I can now make times. So now say, don't bother. Just buy blade from me. Like, I am not asking you to pay to shape your eyebrow.
Yes, buy.
Is the blade, I've been shaping for you for free before. Don't go and buy blade outside. Buy the blade from me.
Wow.
So, easily. So 10 naira became 100 naira and I can buy my sardine inside my profits. I don't eat. So sometimes your hunger would unlock creativity.
Yes, ma, I agree.
You just become more creative because you just see now. He sold the exercise book. He was giving it for free. Just let me just try, and I just 10 naira. Yeah, okay, you can sell too. And money is tied to your ability to see opportunities in things that others will complain over. Because he saw opportunity. You said you lost your mom, and you didn't feel like that should entitle you to be wayward. Rather, you used to let that motivate you to make something out of it.
It is safe to say that many great men attain greatness in different ways. But for some men, their greatness started from the needs of their abdomen. But there is a point you need to grow to beyond your belly governance, where you have to now build to the point that you are right now. You don't just train individuals. You train corporate executives. You train on leadership. You train on influencer management, influencer marketing. You train on communications. You train. You do a lot of trainings around that. And that is not an everyday skill of a regular comedian or master of ceremonies. How did you now transition from that point where your delivery
from abdomen
was good omen. From abdomen
to good omen
to 7 grade?
Don't leave me. Wow, take it. See, you are in the spirit. So for me, I'd always known that comedy was a side skill for me. So it was a leverage. I'd always known. So that was why I was very quick to switch. I'd always known that
that wasn't the end game.
It wasn't my end game. And let me tell you some things that is just coming to my head. So when I started comedy, I was recklessly funny.
Wow. Recklessly. I get that. I get underlined.
Recklessly, no leash, nothing. People used to laugh and it was purely indigenous.
Indigenous?
Yeah, because I grew up in Ibadan. So most of my jokes were very funny, but not necessarily marketable.
Oh.
You speak Yoruba very well.
Wow. So now you have football. That is what na evolution. This is the guy that I used to fish CD before. So I'm telling you the truth. Wow. So if I want to say VCD, if I'm not careful, I can say fish CD. So you can imagine. But trust me, I'm not that. So it was indigenous. I was very funny. For you to know how it was, over 1,000 people entered for a competition. I was among the last 12. Wow. Do you understand? Across the whole Nigeria, I was among the last 12. Wow. I live about spontaneity. I was among the last 12.
Wow.
So I was recklessly funny. So they now called me for one event. I will link it to your question. Wow. They now called me for one event. It was one of the Adino guys, the Adino brothers that year. That should come and MC. So I did the event well. But they withheld my balance. I saw them laughing. So the planner came. The planner was a guy. He said he's not going to pay me. That he didn't like my composure. That people laughed, but at the same time that I was saying some things that was sounding like where I'm coming from. Do you understand? It was like AY came for cake cutting. That event changed my life. I'll tell you why. They didn't pay my balance, but it changed my life. It was AY came to cut the cake. That was the only thing he came to do. You need to know how much they paid him. So he said when I wanted to call AY on stage, that I said AY. I didn't know the difference. What's the difference between AY and AY?
There was H in front of it.
I never knew there was something called H factor.
Yeah.
Even now, I find it difficult to put H in front of AY again because I had mastered it. So even if I want to add it now, I might not be able to. It's difficult because
you have moved from that point.
Transformed.
So the guy was like, "Why will I say that?" Do you know the people there, captains of industry, billionaires? Yeah. And then you now came with it. So I came with another guy from Ibadan. That guy is funny also to do stand-up comedy. Don't want to finish them. He said, you now came with another pathetic kid like you.
He told you all this.
Yeah, he said, do you know how much we paid AY to just cut cake? And you MC the whole event? That guy.
He washed you.
Wash me. So I went back. I went to school now. So that was the genesis of my evolution. I went to YouTube. I didn't go to etiquette school or poise school. I went to YouTube myself to start learning that, okay, which one is H factor? So that was when I realized that as an Oduduwa, is it as lineage? If you are from the Oduduwa lineage, if you belong to that ancestry, if you want to pronounce some word, if you breathe, Oduduwa will breathe on you.
The breath of Oduduwa will
overflow through you. So I just realized that it was just breath manipulation. So once you want to mention those words, make sure you don't breathe. Just cease your breath.
Too much sausage.
Yeah. So is it AY? Good. Hey, problem. My brother, don't breathe. You will enter problem.
Don't breathe.
So,
wow.
Do you know the effect of something as simple as that?
Wow. So it's simple. It wasn't simple. That could destroy people.
You get the thing. Why he says he lived through his days before then without that being a problem.
Crazy. So the thing got me angry. I was not like, guy, I'm a genius before this comedy. This comedy will not be bringing me to disrepute. So I changed everything about my expression. Some people started complaining that you are not as funny as before. I said, leave it that way.
Wow.
Leave it that way. Go and check the old videos. Come, leave it that way. I know where I'm going. So that was the moment I started giving myself to all those teachings. I went to business schools. I went back for MBA. I went to NYFA, New York Film Academy. All these things, when I was doing them, it was not even in public view. Some people do not even know. Sometimes I don't even talk about it. Yeah. So the resultant effect of that was people were quick to see the way the transformation is for me. So they just saw that when I start talking, that is now changing. When they call me to host events, when I'm hosting a branding event, I'm not just saying, ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker. I'll add my thoughts.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, branding has gotten to a point where you need to have a distinct, unique selling point, which is your USP. This woman I'm about to bring up stage has distinguished herself in this space from real estate to fashion, from a story of microblading.
Far from the former you.
From a story of microblading to now sharpening a mouth with blade on the TV screen. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Tokwe Ma. Do you see? It was different.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So they now bring me to say, hey. I said, now let me now shock you people. Now I think it's $1, now I release Facebook.
Wow.
And that was where I started making real money.
Oh, really?
Yes. It wasn't even comedy. My first set of heavy millions, it was book that gave me now. Sharp, I go live for you. Wait,
so
I will record it. I think say na palo.
You made more substantial money from your book than from your comedy.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't find it surprising, but I feel that people sometimes we have talent and we just focus on the talent without realizing all the adjoining economy around that talent, all the other expressions that you have that would give you resources. But what I find a bit surprising is the fact that you've not allowed yourself to be broken by things that break people. Because somebody bashed you. They highlighted your age factor. You lost your mom. Somebody told you, wash you. They wash you finish. Now belittle you by letting you know how much they paid AY.
And withheld your
balance so that you know that
your
did not reach you.
Yeah,
you did not let that bring you down. Because I know some people are going to watch this now and they are still ruminating over how one agent treated them or how a friend or how their mom or something. And you are playing a tape that you should turn into a motivational tape to push you to succeed. Into a tape that is making you say, I don't really send. The people not send me. Let me not do it again. But you said something I really, really want us to go into because I want people to take tools concerning money from.
Okay.
Did you see the money in your book before writing it?
Yes. And I'll tell you why. I saw the crowd gathering.
Okay.
You know, I was emceeing events. I was doing inspirational videos, 1 minute. And I saw that people used to comment under it that, guy, this is deep. This perspective is deep. So when I wrote the book, I didn't know that it would be that much. So, well, I just realized that the day we launched the book, these were people that I had invited them to some shows, they didn't come. But they started coming up, you know what, I'm picking 30 copies, I'm picking 100 copies. More like they were waiting for an opportunity to let me know that, guy, you are much more.
Wow.
So, and God so help me, it wasn't your deal. By Monday, I was just getting alert. I got alert, but somebody bought 200 copies, another person bought, in less than 2 months, we sold 1,500 copies.
I need to tap grace because I still have plenty.
Less than 2 months.
I have plenty books, and the book is impactful. So don't be keeping quiet in this matter. You need to open it. I have books.
Yes,
right behind us here.
Mastering the money, transform.
Yes, I have books. We need to sell 1,500 from this podcast now. Use the link below this podcast to
please
order.
Click the link. Transform your life.
She has 2 books and you can see Booker.
Yes, so please, Booker.
When you're on the show with 2 comedians, you just be laughing anyhow. Oh my goodness.
So people were curious. It was curiosity that sold that book.
What is this? What is this thing?
People want to bash me.
They want to.
What will he write?
Money.
What will he write?
Okay.
So the first set of doubters, when they were done reading, they were the people that were sharing testimony. The first 2 chapters, the way you think of me, I will just screenshot their testimony. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. So, I like reported speech. The person said, this book is a mobile mentor. According to Bright, he said this book is a mobile mentor based on how I will both see like that.
Others coming.
People say, and anytime I post testimony like that, 5 others. Wow. Do you know that it got so bad that some people will say, someone bought the book and now sent me money that please I should help invest in 5 people. That this book she didn't want it to that she didn't want to keep it to herself.
Okay.
I just like, hey? Oh, wow. I say, this book, now go hear them. I almost forgot that I'm a comedian. I will go and MC events. I'll go and MC events. No normal comedian, you finish event. No big car you supposed to share. They say, your number is at the back. It's at the back.
It's at the back of
It's at the back of waiting because I've not had any complimentary card in years. It's at the back of the book. And that was it. So that book brought a new dimension. So people were not like, okay, he's a comedian, but now he's a thought leader. So people started calling me for conferences. So I remember Aki Alabi was the first person that, I've been going for some small conferences.
Aki Alabi?
Yes. The current Honorable Aki Alabi, he used to do one program. It was the biggest conference in Lagos for small scale businesses in the hotel. Aki Alabi used to pack out a hotel on a weekday.
I don't understand.
Inside out, no poster, no billboard. You know, he came from affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
So he has this reach.
Already.
Okay.
So we came and I just say, I want you to address them. Wow. Hey, me. I know they joke with opportunity. I say, I need you to address my people. Before he called me to address him, he called me to his office. Then in Lekki, he bought like 300 copies.
So is it fear, comfort, or lack of exposure that stops people from, attaining that level of financial, that growth they expect financially?
So for me, I know a lot of people have had this severally. But I will reiterate it again. Growth is a function of your mindset. Okay. But it's just that when people hear mindsets, they think about it in a generic way. Okay. You see, and I'll give you an example for you to know that growth is a function of mindset. My mom was a civil servant. Even my dad also. So if you know something about civil servants, especially teachers, everything they want to do is either they are doing cooperative or... So my mom managed to gather some money. She now bought one blender. So maybe because she bought the blender on installment. So I think the function of the blender too was instrumental. So they brought this blender. This one I'm telling you around year 2000. So this blender, if you switch it on here, it will start moving. I'm not joking.
It will be vibrating.
Yeah, but no, vibrating means it will still stay within a geographical zone. This one was crossing borders. It was collecting visa. So as a response to that effect, the blender, whenever we switch it on, we will not have to hold the lid forcefully.
Wow.
That was year 2000. 2021, I got married.
Okay.
So, as a good husband, I wanted to, where I'm going. So I wanted to assist my wife in the kitchen. Of course, newly married couple, most of the gadgets in the house were new.
Yes.
We ordered it. So, I was like, let me help you blend. So I stuffed the blender, switch it on.
And pressed it.
Oh no.
And I was like, why are you holding it? I said it will escape.
Ah.
I realized.
The trauma was still trauma.
21 years.
Mental infection.
21
years later.
It manifested
God.
in front of a fully functional blender that just need to press once and
it will work. You were pressing it down.
My wife was like, you said, leave it. It will not go anywhere. Even when I left it, I was
you were still suspecting.
It will dance away.
Trust issues.
That's the power of a mindset.
Wow.
It's anything you will grow into. Growth is a function of the allowance in your head. There was no allowance in my head that a blender can work. So even in the pressing it, even in the present, so it's a function of, and you defeat mindset with constant exposure to functionality. And your exposure is a function of what you hear, what you see, and what you say.
Okay.
So
hear, see, say.
Yes, see, say. So you see the progression. It's a mindset thing. So when you admit that it's a mindset thing, you not defeat it with exposure. And exposure is a function of hear, see, say. So if I'm to put the question in perspective, it's a function of your exposure. The amount of things you expose yourself to defeat the mindset, because we are all victims of this mindset, because an average Nigerian grew up with knowledge of a lot of dysfunctionality. No light, no money.
There's a lot of lack in the environment, and the lack in the environment is the same thing. The lack in the environment is what you see, is what you hear, and you will say it. And if you see lack, hear lack, and say lack, your reality will be lack. So if you want to have a different reality, you must begin to hear prosperity. Subscribe to Game of Money podcast. You must begin to see prosperity,
it's part of it.
and you must begin to say prosperity. I know that you are a Christian, and we've had small conversation, and before you say one to, don't quote scripture, say one to, what's the place of faith? And because we know many of us are also in one way or the other, either Christians or Muslims, were faithful Nigerians, and they are financially in financial crisis.
I'm
trying to, you're comedian, but the faith is not bringing the financial rewards. So, but what's the role of faith in your journey? And do you think faith has worked for Nigerians, or has the way we are practicing faith not worked for us?
Faith is very essential. Faith has worked for Nigeria. I think things would have even been worse. Things would be worse or worst test if not for our faith. Yes. A lot of so-called comes from our religious institutions, both Christian and Muslim, even traditional worshiper. There are a lot of community factors that come into play based on the fact of your religious. But for me, faith is a big part of my evolution and where I'm still going. It was one scripture that changed my 1 Peter 4:11. I say, if any man speak, don't let me go there. Let him speak as an oracle, blah 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 blah. So the point I'm saying is, there is a point you get to where you will know that you've done all. You need the supernatural to power you. There are some times where you tick all the boxes, you will check all the boxes. You just know that something above you need to push these things. You've done everything. So I will never faith is a very important factor, and what we believe is not religiosity, it's not church attendance or mosque attendance. It's just the understanding that there is a supernatural being and the belief system that you can get things done. It's enough. It's more, and that knowing, if someone has to bring you to that realization, it will not work for you. It's a personal knowing.
So they can't force it.
Your leaders will only try.
Decision.
It's a light you will encounter yourself, and it will power you for the rest of your life. It's a personal journey. Your religious leaders, all those, they will just top it up for you.
Lay a foundation.
If you don't encounter it yourself, it will look like ESA.
Okay.
So that's what worked for me. It's what people call encounter.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. I would like to know what you will share with creatives who are either doing comedy, emceeing, but need to grow in the light of monetization of their craft. As we wrap up, I would like to know what you can give as tips that has worked for you and that can generally work for creatives.
So I tell creatives that see yourself as a product. See yourself like a 5-bedroom fully detached or like 20 acres of land. How much will you put to buy 20 acres of land? How much will you use to buy a private jet? So what does it take someone to use billions of dollars or millions of dollars to buy private jets? So that's how I see myself. So when I invest in myself, it doesn't make, so I don't see the money because I know I'm seeing myself as a product. So the problem with people is they don't see themselves as a product. You need to break out from just existing to survive. So when you see yourself as a product, as a creative, so you now begin to invest in personal development. When you go out, you see yourself as a product. They are patronizing you. So in other words, there's a method to how you move. There's a way I move now that we are here. There's a way I will move outside. There's a way I will move when I need to conduct meetings. So people don't make these distinctions. And this is where frustration comes in. When you need to be this, so that, because people naturally, people don't know how to relate with what is too available. So there's a demand on you to see yourself as a product. There's something I used to do. Okay, this will explain it for me. Every year when I change my phone once in 2 years. But everywhere the last one, iPhone 17, when I bought it, I was like, okay, now iPhone has upgraded. Have I upgraded? That's how I see it. iPhone has upgraded. Have I upgraded too? So what will make people pay? What will make people? Because I charge pretty high. I know. So, but it's not hype. When you experience it, you will know. You might have, there's no way you experience and you will not want to pay. So that's the point I make to creatives. See yourself as an institution. Don't just see yourself as that struggling. Some people, the moment they start talking, you already know that this guy is hungry. He doesn't want to eat. And people can feel your pulse. So it's okay for you to, so basically just break out.
I love the idea of creatives seeing themselves as a product. And the product needs to keep upgrading itself. What I will spend on a Corolla is not what I will spend on a Land Cruiser.
Yes, ma'am.
But they are from the same company. So if I am a product and maybe I'm currently a Corolla and I want to upgrade,
exactly.
I look at Land Cruiser. What the Land Cruiser have? It has grill in front. Okay, the tire is bigger. How do I increase my capacity? That's you increasing yourself from Corolla into a Land Cruiser. You pay for trainings. You go to the way a car that is bashed, the product that is bashed, the paint is not good. Exactly. You can't price it the same way you price the one that is freshly baked. So if your current level as a creative is earning you $1 million, as a for speaking, I charge. But when I'm showing up, from my dressing to my hair to my shoe to what I say, how I prepare, it gives you the experience. So if you want to now charge premium, you also need to be able to know that you have put in the work. If you need to ensure the tire is very, very good. If I order Uber, wait till I arrive, I don't know, it'll be like taxi. Is it that I cancel or I'll never ever near again. So, but if there's a standard, I believe that should also, because I keep trying to find a way to distill what you said, see it as a product into, and then I love the iPhone analysis. There must be a new version of you. I believe when you mark your birthday, it's a time for you to reflect and say, what's the new level of me? This is version, like right now, I'm going into version 41.
Exactly.
So my version 41 now, the version 40 gave what? Version 41 must do more than what version 40 did.
Exactly.
So we must keep on pushing ourselves like that. And your version must also include financial.
Very important.
What am I earning? What do I want to earn? Who are the people that are earning this kind of thing? What do they do? What do they sound like? He said he watched YouTube videos so that he can change how he's sounding. He said he went to New York Film Academy. He said he went to, you did your MBA. What else? Those are investments to increase the, not just perceived value, actual value. Thank you so much. I feel like, the secret is not out. The secret can never be out because Asiri is not a comedy. I'll try. I'm a side comedian, so you have to laugh. You know, at the end of the day, one of the things I've enjoyed from our session is I can't blame anybody. I can't blame my parents not being available or my mom not being alive. I can't blame that somebody insulted me for my reality. Everybody watching, if you want to make more money, you need to take responsibility and do the work. That's the thing at the end of it. And I hope that something from what our wonderful guest Asiri today said, you will find it applicable in your everyday life. Over to you, madam.
I want to say a big thank you for such a magnanimous release and secretion of an open secret.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Asiri is somebody who is he looks simple, but his deliveries are explosive. And I'm glad that you shared what you shared with us today. The final part, amazing. In fact, some parts you were even talking to me. But, but I thank you very much for sharing. I appreciate you. Remember, money is a game. Know the rules or
stay broke.
Broke.